The idea came from an interest in the Irish Naval Service to find additional ways to further increase the efficiency of their seagoing operations, the way their ships were working. The HALPIN Centre at the National Maritime College of Ireland and Nimbus at Cork Institute of Technology were doing some work for the Irish Navy looking at wind propulsion to reduce fuel consumption on Navy ships. And we realised that the technology to deliver this involved flying a platform at an altitude of about 150 metres, and that this platform could in fact be used to house sensors which at that height would increase the surveillance and monitoring range abilities around the vessel by up to 10 times. We collectively came up with this idea of using an airborne platform to increase the monitoring and surveillance capabilities around a vessel. We had been funded looking at the wind propulsion work by the Sustainable Energy Authority of Ireland. Enterprise Ireland came on board the conversation and decided to fund a commercialisation fund project to develop the monitoring and surveillance platform. That work has progressed really well. We recently flew off the Irish naval vessel Ellie Ethna for the first time, and we're now currently building version 4 of the AEOLUS monitoring and surveillance platform. The objective of the version 4 development is to provide us with the next iteration of the AEOLUS platform, which we will make available in cooperation with end users for testing purposes during 2018. Those end users we hope will help us to further improve and develop the platform, to put it through its paces off ships at sea in operational environments, and to suggest to us, additional improvements and so on that we can make to it.
I've been involved in the AEOLUS project since the beginning, and my role has been electronic engineer and firmware engineer and construction of much of the hardware. The AEOLUS sensor system is targeted at the market for persistent surveillance and monitoring, primarily in the maritime sector, where improved situational awareness at low cost is a niche requirement, but also for overland applications where indefinite loiter time is a unique selling point. So our key design challenges were to find a range of sensors that would attract customers and to build a lightweight structure robust enough to survive airborne deployment. We fitted the pod with a radar, an AIS receiver, GPS, a day-night camera, a radio receiver and a radio direction finder. Both the radar and the camera are motion compensated, and the camera is mounted on a retractable platform that can be lowered to give it optimum field of view and retracted to protect it when the pod is on the ground. All these sensors communicate with the ground station via a wireless Ethernet link, so information from the camera, radar and direction finding can be collated and viewed on a map display, and we can monitor pod altitude, wind speed and battery status. Also, we can control the entire payload remotely.
For the Naval Service to be able to see over the horizon to the extent that these electronic sensors could provide us with is potentially a game changer for us.
The AEOLUS project has probably been one of the most successful projects I've actually worked in the research sector. It involves supports from the Defence Forces here in Ireland, the HALPIN Centre here in NMCI, Nimbus from CIT, UL, and then financial supports have been provided by Enterprise Ireland and SEAI. The Defence Forces provided access to personnel and their assets on the ground and at sea. We've used Fort Davis, we've used the Ellie Ethna to trial the AEOLUS platform. HALPIN and NMCI have done a lot of the applied mechatronics research work for us, and we've utilised their maritime expertise. Nimbus in CIT have provided the project management, commercial management, software and hardware development supports. UL gave us the final piece of the puzzle, which was the stabilisation control, which really brought the whole jigsaw puzzle together. The funding was provided by Enterprise Ireland and SEAI. Without that, nothing would have happened, and the support has been very significant. Without the support of all these partners, we would not have actually achieved what we have done.
AEOLUS is a wonderful example of public sector collaboration and innovation, whether it is the funding agencies, Enterprise Ireland and the Sustainable Energy Authority of Ireland, who have shown great vision in supporting the project, the Irish Defence Forces and the Naval Service, who have provided a lot of logistical support, end user advice and access to vessels for testing, or indeed the technical partners, the Mobile and Marine Robotics Research Centre in the University of Limerick, Nimbus Centre in the Cork Institute of Technology, and the HALPIN Centre for Research and Innovation at the National Maritime College of Ireland. The project has been a great success because of the ability of all of these partners to work together. Targeted end users for the system include Coast Guards, navies, defence and security forces, scientific researchers, commercial companies, those involved in the superyacht sector, in commercial shipping who are operating in, for example, piracy areas of the world, and so on.